Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another episode from your favorite entertainment channel on YouTube, The Supreme. Today, just like every other day, we've got a very special video lined up just for you. We'll be discussing some of the weirdest and strangest things found with today's title, What They Discovered in the Middle of Nowhere Can't Be Explained. Want to become part of the Supreme team? Make sure to subscribe down below with notifications on so you don't miss anything we post each day. Let's get rolling. The rare Washington Beach find. We'll start things off with a weird one. In late March of 2019, on the shore of Washington Beach, a very rare and, quote, incredible find was made. A call was made into a local aquarium claiming that an extremely bizarre sea animal could be seen partially buried in the sand. What they ended up stumbling upon that day was something that was far away from home, and it's called a Pacific snake eel. Aside from the fact that this fish typically lives in waters from anywhere between 50 to 500 feet, making it super strange for it to be found in sand out of the water, but this fish is native to waters much further south than where it was actually seen at this beach. Unfortunately for the animal, it wasn't in any condition to be returned to the waters. So the facility set up a recovery tank within the aquarium where this special guy is hopefully still recouping to this day. So before we move on, we've got to talk about this image that was recently sent in to the Supreme family. It appears to be the fossilized remains of some kind of dinosaur. However, there really isn't any video or articles to go along with the picture. So what in the world do you think is going on here? Do you think that something like this could be real? Let us know your opinion down there in the comments, and we'll go ahead and move things right along into the next clip. Another new jellyfish. So just one second, before we just cruise on through today's episode, I've got to take a moment and do one of our favorite things. With that said, today's special recognition goes to none other than Albert Keiss, who just the other day, after watching one of our videos, left a comment saying, "Right on time. Hashtag The Supreme was waiting for your video." Thanks so much, Albert, for not only enjoying our daily videos, but being kind enough to leave us a message as well. And don't forget, we'll be back tomorrow with another epic video. So up next, we've got a story about another new jellyfish, and if you've been here around the channel for a while, well, you know we love our underwater animals. This time we're in the deep depths of the Indian Ocean, where a recent diver discovered a very unusual creature. In the ocean's deepest part, what's known as the Java Trench, this animal was seen for the first time in human history. The trip was part of an expedition put on by the Discovery Channel, and Mr. Vescovo, the person pioneering this expedition, says that this can only be called an Ascidian tunicate. The discovery was made at more than 23,000 feet underwater, which probably means that I'll never see this creature in person in its natural habitat, unless some zoo or aquarium brings it up from down there. But isn't it strange and almost magnificent that we're still out here discovering new animal species? I mean, that's crazy, right? Coelacanth. Okay, so this next clip is pretty crazy. The coelacanth is a fish that was supposed to have been extinct as far back as 65 million years ago. Yeah, you heard me right. This fish finds its roots in the age of the dinosaurs. So when a fishing boat hauled in one in some 60 or so years ago, it definitely sent the science world into a frenzy. The coelacanth has many unique features, including the fact that their eggs are as big as tennis balls and that their scales are as hard as rocks and covered in spikes. And their fins can act as legs. And these prehistoric swimmers are nocturnal hunters, meaning they relax during the day and come out to hunt for food when the sun goes down. Not to mention that some experts even believe that the coelacanth may even have descendants that are the first mammals of the earth. Do you want to get a shout out in one of our daily videos? Well, don't forget to drop a comment down below with the hashtag Supreme Family. Tomorrow could be your day. Now, let's get back to the topic. Canadian Bigfoot. So up next, we have another clip of what is supposedly one of mankind's most infamous unidentified creatures, the Bigfoot. This clip comes from Ontario, Canada in December of 2018, and this is touted as some of the scariest Bigfoot footage ever caught on video. Check it out. Pretty scary, right? You can also hear the shrill terror in the group of people that were scared to death by this wild animal. Now, some are still questioning, how real is this? When you try to watch it and analyze it objectively, there are some very interesting factors. There also is some discrepancy, as some of the so-called mysterious shadowy figure simply could just be a man standing in a mask, and others have cited that there really isn't a clear shot of the supposed Bigfoot creature at all. But what do you think? The human fish. Okay, folks, let's keep it moving right along into the next clip. Up next, we'll be checking out some footage captured in an unknown cave that features some pretty strange looking animals, although this time around, we're focusing on what's underwater. Check out this strange animal that in a typical lifespan would never ever come into contact with any light from the sun. And it's for that reason that this colorless creature appears the way that it does. It has only 3 fingers and is known as the Om, or what is sometimes even called the human fish, all because of the way its skin looks similar to human skin. The 12-inch long animal is similar in nature to a newt and can live up to, get this, 100 years old. Now, as I said before, these animals rarely ever encounter light, so their tiny eyes aren't necessarily to see. Instead, they can feel the vibrations in the water, and they use an incredible sense of smell to help orient itself in the incredibly dark environment. Snow on Mars? All right, we'll keep it moving. Another epic recent discovery, one that I'm sure hasn't hit the textbooks just yet, is this. Scientists believe that there is actually snow on the planet of Mars. Yep, that's right. The red planet has another characteristic reminiscent of what we experience here on Earth: extreme snowfalls. Mars has a certain intrigue, prompting scientists here on Earth and regular people alike to pay close attention to what's going on up there. And that's evidenced by all of the recent space missions that Mars has certainly been garnering. I mean, it's surprising to go from, hey, I wonder if Mars has water, to, hey, there's a blizzard on Mars right now, isn't it? Does the existence of this weather sway you in one way or another when it comes to your belief of life in outer space? We all know where there's water, there could be life, so I'm not really sure. But go ahead and give us your thoughts down there in the comments. What kind of moth is that? Okay, brace yourself, because what you're about to see is one of the absolute ugliest moths in the world. It's called the Creonotus gangus moth, and, well, it looks pretty nuts. I mean, just take a look at it. Despite its alien-like appearance, it's completely harmless to humans and is primarily found in Southeast Asia. Those hairy-looking legs on its back carry the scent glands the moth uses in order to attract a mate. So when you think about it, what makes this thing look hideous to us actually makes it look more attractive to other Creonotus gangus moths. Sheesh, say that 10 times fast. New human organ? One would think that after thousands of years on this planet, with the likes of geniuses gracing our globe and poking and prodding at the human body for generations, that there would be nothing left inside of us to discover. Well, alas, that is not necessarily the case. Just recently, scientists discovered a new human organ, and experts are saying that it could have huge implications for how cancer is attacked. Now, I'm no scientist, go figure, but basically, while doing some routine procedures, doctors noticed that there is a structure that is found in the living tissue in our bodies that are on the outside of several different organs of the body that house a certain amount of fluid that, until recently, was simply left unaccounted for. We'll bring you more on this as we get it, so keep checking back to the Supreme. The Benjamin Bennett videos. So there are weird videos out there on the internet that were recently uncovered. I know that's not really breaking news, but I'm just saying there are. But not many weirder than a channel called Sitting and Smiling, hosted by a guy named Benjamin Bennett. The premise of this channel, as best I understand, is to perform the endurance art simply known as sitting and smiling. Benjamin turns on his video camera while he sits, smiles, and stares at the camera for 4 hours. Yeah, you heard me right, 4 hours. Then there are episodes where some very, very strange events occur. There are videos where he cries without warning, but never seems to break concentration or character. There's another episode where someone literally breaks into his home, and then another where let's just say, he probably should have stopped recording and gone to the bathroom. Right, pretty creepy indeed. If anyone has any idea why he enjoys this activity, then please go ahead and let us know what you think down there in the comments. Baby jars. Okay, we'll move things right along into the final clip of the day, and we'll simultaneously crank up the creepiness meter as we move to the city called Hannibal in Missouri. Now, speaking of Hannibal, have you ever seen the movie? It's crazy, right? Why in the heck would any city want to be named after that? Unless, wait, I guess the city had probably been around much longer than the movie, so never mind. Anyway, in the basement of this home that was being renovated, there were 2 jars. And in each jar, there was, get this, a human fetus. Yeah, like a baby fetus. It turns out that the word is that the building was actually used as an illegal abortion clinic at one point, and that these 2 jars were probably a couple out of what could have been hundreds at some point. Of course, no one knows for sure how long that clinic would have been open, but still pretty weird, right? And that's today's video. If you like today's video, leave a thumbs up and share it with all your friends. Also, don't forget to subscribe to this channel so that you never have to miss out on any of our interesting videos ever again.